thrifting with me. My daughter and I are staying in Lincoln, Nebraska for a volleyball camp, and so while she's at camp, I decided I should go thrifting. A question I get quite a bit is how I find thrift stores when I'm traveling, and honestly, I don't have any tips or tricks. I just open the Maps app and I type in thrift stores. It's a little harder for estate sales. It's not the weekend, so I don't expect to find any, but I would just go to Google or to Meta, and then I would type in Lincoln, Nebraska estate sales, if that's what I was looking for. Let's get to it. I decided to start at Bud's Thrift Shop, which says that it is fundraiser for Bridges of Hope. And right across the street was a gift and thrift. It looks like it's from Catholic Social Services, and it was closed today, unfortunately, so I was really bummed about that. I wasn't sure what to expect at Bud's, but it was a lot smaller than I thought. And they didn't have any baskets or carts. I was a little discouraged when I saw the prices of some items. This jewelry box, very cool, but it was $25. But the handkerchiefs were promising at $1 each, and they had such cute designs. When I saw a couple of floral prints poking through, I told myself I would get 5, so that's $5. I dug through them off camera so I could see if any of them had stains and pulled out my favorites. You guys know how I feel about that gold color. There were honestly way too many to choose from that picking just 5 was difficult. These are the 5 I ended up with. The gold one, a poinsettia Christmas one, of course. I love this teal. You guys know I also love this coral color. And then the sheer one that I picked up first is just so beautiful. Some honorable mentions is this other coral one. And this one was a little too pioneer woman for me. And then this one was beautiful, but it just 6th place. After the handkerchiefs, I looked up and I saw this brass planter, really liked it. It ended up being $8, which was just more than I wanted to spend on the planter. The plant I wasn't going to use it. Then I saw this wooden container and I really loved it. It was a really great size. It's a container, of course, and the lid was just so cute. I felt like it'd be really neat to put toothpicks inside of it, and so $3 is a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but I grabbed it. I loved the weave style of this basket, but I don't need it for anything, so I passed even though it was only $2. I did end up grabbing a different basket to use as a shopping basket. The lady in the front told me I could. I didn't just do that. I did notice some gold frames. They were really cute. This one had a dead bug in the bottom, but I just decided maybe I didn't need any 8x10s. I needed to look for smaller ones. This had some gold pieces in the back, so I wanted to check those out. I just decided they were maybe a little bit too 90s, maybe 80s. They were just really thick and didn't really fit the vibe that I was going for, so I ended up putting those back. This is probably more of a 90s vibe as well, but I'm going to make it into a magnet and put it on my fridge in my kitchenette, and it was only $1. And then I have a frame exactly like this at home. It's also scratched in the same spot. I'm hoping I can repair it, and then I will have matching frames. And I thought $2 was a really fair price. I also have a few of this faux wood and gold. Again, only $1, so that'll match. I realized my basket was too small, so I decided to switch to a bigger shopping basket. Next, I found this 50-cent bag of random game pieces. You guys know I love that, and I'm going to put some on my trinket shelf. I really wish these weren't taped shut. I'm just going to assume that they look like the rest of the box, but I love vintage airline items. I just already have a lot of vintage cards, so I passed. Do you think the discoloration on the spoon was purposeful, or do you think it's faded over time? I'm just curious. They had a lot of really interesting bowls. I really loved the basket design on this one, and then of course the pop of flowers on that, but I don't need them. This piece looked like Avon to me, and I was right. It is like a powder piece, so there was no price tag, but I thought I might ask up front. She did end up telling me it was $1.50, and I've been collecting Avon perfume bottles, so this one will fit right in. I love the color, and it's going to look really cute with the rest of my items. I am trying really hard not to get salt and pepper shakers, but I loved the kind of 60s vibe of these. But someone told me that the wood ones are really hard to clean, especially the grinder, so it makes me nervous. And look, another little tray one. I really dug this pump salt and pepper shaker. When you push down the pump, then they pop up. One only popped up, though. I suspect the other one is supposed to. It even came with the original box. It was really neat, but I decided to pass. I've been looking for a napkin holder that is upright like this. I really like the acrylic look of this. It said made in the USA, so I'm going to just say that it's vintage. What do you guys think? Surely if it's made in the USA, it is, right? These bowls were so heavy duty and definitely worth the prices that they were set at, so I did pass. I contemplated this cookie jar for a while because I've been looking for one to put my cookie cutters in for Christmas, but ended up passing just because I don't necessarily have an affinity to the Cracker Barrel. These wood pieces were really neat, but also priced appropriately. I really thought this was a cute, unique item, and it seems to be homemade. I did struggle getting it open, but it was really roomy, actually. You could put a lot of stuff in there. The color is the only thing that threw me. I think if it was just a different color, I would have gotten it. Love this, hoping it was a better price than $4. It's just really small, and I just got one like it a couple weeks ago, so I passed. I love how unique this little plant holder is and thought it would be so cute with some crawling plants, but last minute I decided it looked too much like a toilet. And I don't think I'm wrong. I did want to check out the DVDs for $1 to put in the car for my kids. But first, let's check out those 10-cent greeting cards. I didn't find any birthday cards like I need, but I did find 2 different cards that were blank that would be cute for framing, so got both of those. My daughter is obsessed with Pitch Perfect, so she will love to watch that on our vacation. And I love this movie, but it looks like maybe someone burned it. So I'm going to pass. And last, I saw a stack of albums, had to check those out. The Loretta Lynn actually looked interesting, her greatest hits, but is Happy Birthday really one of her greatest hits? If Fall to Pieces was on here, I definitely would have gotten Patsy Cline, but it was not. And would it be a thrift store vinyl section if it didn't have Tennessee Ernie Ford? Oof, Barbara. But ended up with just the DVD for media. I'll definitely remember getting my own bag next time. And the total was $18.99, not too bad.